Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm bringing you guys a story time. I'm going to be talking about me moving from Philly to New York and pretty much what that was like, just my whole entire experience. It marks a year to the day. It is September 17th. It is the day that I moved a year ago. September 17th, 2016 is now September 17th, 2017, of course. So yeah, I just pretty much want to come and just talk about this. I'm in a talking mood. I'm always in a talking mood, but today I really want to film. So when I have that urge, I just love to act on it. I love to watch these type of story times. I think they're very interesting, and it's like a way for people to relate. Before I moved, I watched all type of videos about careers and different things because it's inspiring in a way, and it helps motivate you to feel like, okay, if somebody else does this, you know what, I can do it too. So, I'm hoping that maybe you guys, somebody can relate to this. If you're thinking about making a big move, hopefully this video can help you to push yourself to make that big leap and make that decision. I know it's very tough and it's not as easy as it seems, but it's worthwhile, and it's a rewarding feeling when you move out and you just step out there and you do it on your own. Obviously, there's no guide to survival. It's kind of like you gotta jump out there and do it and go as along as you maneuver through the processes, just how it goes. But so let's talk about the time that I moved from Philly to New York, where I'm currently at right now in my apartment, and just basically what that was like for me. So also, just so you guys know, this video will probably be up 10 years from now, being as though I play too much. And I'm sure this video will be up sometime in October, just knowing who I am. Because you got to know who you are. You got to know yourself. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay. So, let's start. I'm going to just bring you guys. I'm going to try not to blabber on but this story is just it's such a beautiful story to me. Every time I look back on it, and I just be like, wow, this really happened. But let me bring it back. So I was in school. I was in CCP in Philly. If you're from Philly, you know where CCP is. I was in Community College in Philadelphia for early education. And I was teaching for about 2.5 years. Just pretty much on a day-to-day life, going to school, going to work, teaching. I also did retail at a point when I was in school for early ed, but then I transitioned into actually working in classrooms and things like that. And so, yeah, that's pretty much what happened. Throughout the whole entire time, it was something that I didn't hate, so I didn't not like going to school for education or working with kids. I was doing it because I was trying to be practical, and I was doing it because I knew that it seemed like the most practical way, something I didn't hate and something that can bring me money. So I was trying to combine the two and think you know what, I could just stay in school for this. But I knew it was just this burning desire that I had that wasn't being fulfilled at all. So I was just one day, it's not even one day. I'm just going to keep it 100 with y'all. I've always wanted to move to New York. New York and LA was always on my my bucket list. I got to either move to either one of those places. So pretty much what am I trying to say? So pretty much it was always on my mind. And I was always constantly being told oh, you seem like you would live in New York, which really, what does that mean? But people would say that to me. And it was just something that was always on my mind, but I didn't know how I was going to go about it. That's pretty much, it was just a matter of I was scared to take that leap and be just to go. I'm I can't just go to New York on my own. There's nobody there. What am I going to do? You know what I mean? How am I going to make a living? How am I going to make my life? How am I going to, care for myself? Because it's something I've never had to do. Being at home, I didn't have to pay rent. And bear in mind, I'm 24 years old right now. I turned 24 on the 8th. And so at the time I was 23, and I lived my whole 23 years basically being taken care of. I had jobs, but my jobs went to me, me personally, me shopping, things like that. So, okay, fashion has always been in my life, has always been in my mind. It's something I've always wanted to pursue. So working in the fashion industry was something I always wanted to pursue, but it seemed like something that was so out of reach. And I'm how am I just going to jump from being a teacher to trying to work in fashion? What is that? And then I was always feeling I'm too old. I'm how, just being negative, being down on myself and not being positive and not being proactive. Pretty much was my life. So, I'm just bearing into this whole, this circle of, feeling just not feeling good about myself, not feeling good about my environment, and feeling good about what I was doing. Pretty much. So, I started looking up FIT. So I'm like, okay, not that I never heard of FIT before, but again, is this idea when you're stuck in a certain environment and you feel a certain way, you have this idea that you can't step out of that. And that's a bad mindset to have. So now I don't try to think that way. I try to think outside the box, and I also try to think in a way that makes me feel motivated that I can do it, you know. So, looking at FIT, I'm like, you know what? I want to go to FIT. I want to pursue my career in fashion business. I'm looking into it and I'm like, okay, trying to figure out ways. I'm like, okay, well, maybe I can, literally my life. I'm sitting here like, okay, so I'm going to buy Amtrak monthly and I'm going to go to New York just to go to class about staying in Philly. I'll stay and live in Philly. So yeah, pretty much. Yeah, but the monthly ended up being about $1,400. I'm sitting here like, for a monthly, but Amtrak is like a way to get to New York, and people when they commute and stuff like that is like a very fast way. I'm sure it was over $1,000. It was either $1,300 or $1,400 for a monthly. I hope that I'm saying this right. Maybe it was like a yearly pass or something. Maybe I'm dragging it. I'm not sure. Anyways, the point is the shit was too much, and I was not about to try to pay these prices. I'm like, I'm not about to pay these prices. Like, y'all crazy. So I'm like, okay, next step. How am I going to get there? Because I'm going, okay? I'm going. It is what it is. So I've been in contact with my cousin. She lives here. My cousin Maya lives here. She's been living here for about 2 years. And me and her was already like building our relationship back again. And because I had came to New York back in June to do the voice auditions. So I stayed at her place when she lived in Harlem. So I was like, okay, let me just reach out to her and let her know. I think I texted her and let her know that I wanted to come here, and for her to let me know if there was any openings at her apartment or just in general. I think I was like, this was over a year ago, so I'm like kind of blanking on that part. But I feel like I definitely reached out to her and bring that to her attention, point blank. I get a text from her. I've been like, when I tell you every day, I'm in class, right? I'm a teacher. I was teaching 2 and 3 year olds at the time, assistant teacher in the classroom, and I'm constantly talking about fashion, talking about working in a fashion business. Kind of find out one of the moms works in fashion business. She was a fashion trend forecaster, and then the other mom worked for Urban Companies, which now I work for Urban Outfitters here in New York. And so I'm basically talking to these moms, and I'm talking to them like I'm moving to New York. Mind you, where's the receipts? I'm not moving to New York at this point, but I'm talking it into existence like I'm going. I'm like, yeah, just talking it up all the time, and I'm just in the vibe. Then I had another child that I used to watch at my other school. I watched him outside of the school, and I'm talking to his parents one day. Mind you, this is a Sunday. So they asked me to come over. I came over, and they asked me just about my life, because at this point they haven't seen me in months, because I haven't worked at that school in like almost a half a year, like maybe 6 months. So they're asking me about my life. They're like, what's going on, whatever. I'm telling them, we all sitting on the floor, we all talking. I'm like, I'm moving to New York. The face that they gave me was like, you moving to New York? How are you? It's expensive, telling me all these things. But in my heart, I knew I was going to move. I had no sort of like concrete plan in place. There was no concrete plan, but I'm again talking it up into existence, talking about it. So I'm like, okay, I'm going. They, of course, telling me all these things, and I'm listening to them, but I'm just thinking, okay, that sounds cute and nice or whatever, but I'm going to New York. This is to let you know how life is. So please don't ever like. Again, it's talking things into existence, believing it, and also just never giving up on shit. And you never know when something's going to turn around for you. You never know. So Monday, mind you, that was Sunday. I watched him. It was the VMAs, and VMAs always comes on Sunday. I remember that day. And the next day I go to work. Guess who texts me? My cousin Maya texts me telling me there's a room available at her apartment. Her new apartment in Brooklyn, where I'm currently at right now. So I'm taking it back, because I'm sitting here thinking, wow, how crazy is this that I literally told them the day before that I'm moving to New York, had no type of concrete plan. She texted me out of the blue. When she texted me, Don't think I didn't go to my manager because I was working at the school at the time, like I said. I went right to my manager, put my 2 weeks in, boom, bam, done. Went home to my mom. Hey, Mom, how are you? Have a nice day. I'm moving to New York, just letting you know. She was so shocked by me. Like, I feel like it came so fast. Mind you, 2 weeks after that text, I was here in New York. Literally. So that's how fast everything happens. I literally had $300 in my bank account when my cousin asked me if I wanted to come. I told her yes because I just knew that it was going to all work out. So I went down there, came here to check out the place prior to like making my full decision. Did that, paid her the half of the rent. Yeah, so long story short, I don't want to dwell too much on that because this is literally going forever. I ended up getting all new furniture. That ended up working out. My aunt came through with money. You know, my bank account was cute for a minute. Bank account, she's not cute right now. She's not really looking too cute. But that's okay because I know that things work out. So I'm not even going to stress. I'm not going to stress. Well, I'm at least trying to stress because I'm a Virgo, so I don't know how that works. But, yeah. Initial thought, stress, reaction, try not to stress. Pretty much how my life is. Okay, wait, we got to bring it back. I took a day off of my work during my 2 week, put my 2 weeks in at the job I was at. Came to New York. I have applied to a bunch of different retail jobs just because I know I have retail experience. I didn't want to get back into the childcare business because I was coming here to work in fashion business. So I said, okay, I'm going to come here and I'm going to try to work in retail again, which I really don't like retail, working in retail stores. But I just knew that, you know, I had to get in there to try to elevate myself and move up in that way. So I come down here for the interview, group interview. Did the interview. I'm on the mega bus on my way back to Philly. Hired. Boom. Got hired before I even moved to New York. So I had a job in place, had the schedule ready. So when I came, I went to work. Came and moved in and went to work. Girl, it was so crazy how seamless everything was. And just to wrap it all up, because I can go on and on for days. But to wrap it all up, it was just such a great moment in my life. And even now, FIT didn't end up working out for me when I first moved. But it's all, you know, in the works right now. And either way, I've done little side styling projects and just trying to build my connect. And still, even to this day, every day is a work in progress. Every day is a way to elevate myself and to see what's new and see what I like. But it was the best decision I've ever made. I plan to never come back. I plan to keep moving forward, and the next move will be LA. If I end up, keep continuing on this route that I'm in, and I'm just really excited and just feel very blessed and just happy like that everything worked out. Like, how crazy is that? But I've gained so many new friends that will be in my life for the rest of my life. Here I feel like this is my home now. Philly, I come and visit every once in a while. Love Philly to death. Love being from Philly. Like, you can't take the Philly out of me. Like, that will never happen. But I am, New York, I'm, taking it in, and it's a beautiful thing, and I feel so much more mature. I feel, like a grown-ass woman, like, and, the confidence you get from feeling like a grown-ass woman, nobody can take from you. Not only is my camera about to die, which is really cute, but it's also about to run out of memory. So, I'm gonna wrap this up. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that it inspires some of you. If you want to make that big move, make it, because at the end of the day, okay, but also if you have the opportunity to stay home to elevate yourself, I didn't really have that time to build because it was kind of like you coming or you're not. So I decided to come. So basically, if you have the time to elevate, if you have the time to like stay home and save, do that. But if not, if the opportunity comes and you want to jump on it, you feel it here in your heart, jump on that and see what happens. And if it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out. But you will really hate the fact that you didn't try. So now the knowledge that I've gained from living here, living with roommates, living on my own without my parents here, has taught me so much that nobody can ever take from me, and I can only move up from here. So thank you guys for watching my video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.